Hey everybody, welcome to Be Watching Movies. We are still counting down the top 5 best movies of all time. These are my best movies of all time. So if you've been watching, we saw at number 5, I had Good Will Hunting. At number 4, Patch Adams. Number 3, The Shawshank Redemption. But today we're looking at number 2, American Beauty. Now, just a little story about this movie for me is I got to see a sneak preview back in 1999 before this movie ever came to the main theaters. And I just saw it instantly and fell in love with it. I was working at a movie theater at that time, and I remember going back to my boss and saying, "Hey, boss, we got to get our hands on this movie," because we had a competing theater right across the street, and we never had the same movies they had. And we actually got it, and we ran this movie for 11 months at the movie theater. I remember going upstairs and just turning up the volume and in the projection booth and just listening to it. I love this movie line by line. But if you haven't seen it, let me tell you just a little bit about it. It is a satire type movie. It's got a lot of drama and a heavy theme to it, but there's great written comedy throughout it as well. And so it does star Kevin Spacey, and I just want to put out there, I know Kevin Spacey is under a lot of scrutiny, but before all his scrutiny, this was his best performance by far, and he has a lot of great performances, and he stole this movie. It was fantastic. His character Lester just kind of at a breaking point in the story, and he just kind of reaches this mental freedom after being like locked in at his job and depressed, and he just kind of begins to set himself free of all the American restraints of living. And this story has a great setup where this family, him and his wife and his daughter, are all just kind of pretending to live the perfect life, but inside each of them is depression or fixation on how to be perfect. And the daughter's going through teenage years where she's questioning her looks and her weight. The wife just tries to make sure everything's perfect and clean, and just trying to be the best in her career. And then Lester just kind of gets fired from his job, but he figures out a way to kind of manipulate the situation, and then he just breaks free. And includes some side stories with their neighbors. Like, this movie just tells a fascinating story about how, as Americans, we're just sometimes stuck in this pretending world of just trying to look the part, but in reality, we just have all these deep feelings. And I felt that every character in this movie was written to see that experience, see the falls of that experience, and just see the tragedy of living under these false pretenses of what America is supposed to be or think we're supposed to be. I've seen this movie, I don't even know how many times, and I just love every second of it. I highly recommend it if you've never seen it. It did win Best Picture. It is from, I believe, 1999 or 2000, 1999. And it does have Annette Bening. It has, sorry for holding up here, Chris Cooper, Wes Bentley, Mina Suvari. It had Peter Gallagher, Allison Janney, who's taken off since this movie, and Thora Birch. So please check this out. This is my number 2. Also, please keep subscribing. Check out my other videos on my top 5, and just keep open for new things that are coming. Please comment. I really want to know your top 5 movies. I want to see if I've seen them. And just let's share this great movie and continue to be watching movies. All right? Thank you so much.